This is dissolution, merging, becoming one with God. Well, your filibuster hasn't worked because I'm still going to make time for Rahul. So calling Senator Rahul. Okay. How much time have you got allocated? I yield to Rahul. Rahul. Thank you. Thank you. No. I don't think I'm gonna necessarily influence changing of any votes or anything. This is, in fact, this is gonna be a complete anticlimax to what we've been talking about. So maybe the filibuster should have gone long enough where I didn't get a chance to speak. Um, I am gonna actually give you, I'm gonna share, but this might be more appropriate for a one-on-one or a different satsang because it's been a beautiful conversation today. And I don't want to take away from the depth of what you've shared today. But I do have a practical, honest reflection after listening to today that I just want to share. And then I'll leave it up to you if you want to address it or just let go. My honest reflection is I would love to be in this state where I am praying to God to take me, praying to self to take me in, just the way Sri Ramana expressed it in this verse. And where I find myself is extremely scared of letting go of this world and turning within. Because there is a deep fear that I might give up, screw up something here in this Maya. This Maya is too real for me right now, which is why I find it harder to turn within and be in this beautiful state of surrender, take me, self. I feel too attracted to or too scared to let go of the responsibility that I have in front of me right now in this Maya. I'm so caught up. And what's great is everything you said today resonated deep down, that no preparation is necessary, that I am the self and all will be fine. So deep down, there is this understanding, but this ego has too much fear of letting go of this world. Just want to share that. Thank you, Tom. Well, thank you so much, Rahul. Thank you so much. Not anticlimactic at all, by the way. That was amazing what you just said. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. Couldn't have wished for anything better. So appreciate what you have just shared. Yeah, this is what you've described, Rahul, is what it is like to be a seeker for most seekers. Maybe not all seekers, but probably for most seekers, you have just expressed what is the issue. If that issue wasn't there, then liberation would happen in a flash.
So the whole teaching, the whole point of the teaching is to help that one who is scared, who thinks Maya to be real. Because you think you're the body mind, you think the world is real. Because you think you're the body mind, you think the body mind is real. Because you think the body mind is real, you think the world is real. This is Maya, this is ignorance. The only way really out of ignorance, there are lots of teachings, by the way, that can help. But the only way is to do self-inquiry. Just got to do it and have faith in Bhagavan and his teachings. Now, sometimes you will have faith, sometimes you won't have faith. Sometimes you'll be able to do self-inquiry, sometimes you won't be able to. And this is the mind and its tricks. And there's a longer answer I can give, but just because we're coming to the end of our time here today. For faith, love, devotion. This is why faith, love, devotion is necessary. And reading these texts in the recommended reading list, like Guru Vajrakovai, like the 7 Steps to Awakening, like the most direct means to eternal bliss, like the path of Sri Ramana. These scriptures all say the same thing. Necessity to turn within. And then your own manana, reflection. What do you want in life? What do you want in Maya? Will it make you happy, really? Contemplating how much happiness Maya can give you. Bhagavan says there is only happiness found in the self. There's no happiness found in Maya at all. That seems to be patently untrue. It seems that what Bhagavan is saying is obviously not true. You could say there is some happiness found in Maya. Bhagavan says there is no happiness whatsoever found in Maya. Zero, zilch, none, nada, nil. No happiness found in Maya at all, Bhagavan says. Many times he writes it in Who Am I? There is no happiness whatsoever to be found in Maya. This seems obviously untrue because we could say, well, maybe we can concede that Maya does not lead to lasting, permanent happiness, but it leads to, some pretty good happiness that's temporary, surely. As long as this is our view, which is the view of ignorance, which will be your view if you're ignorant at all. As long as you have this view, you have to contemplate it. Or you've got to do self-inquiry. Have faith. Until you realize the truth of Bhagavan's statement. The other thing is, don't worry about it. It's not real. Yeah, you say, oh, I'm too scared. I'm too scared. You're not. You're not really. Oh, I'm afraid that something's going to go wrong if I give everything to God. I'm too scared. I don't have the strength. I'm too attached to Maya. No, you're not. You're not at all. We could say Rahul is, but you're not, because you're not Rahul. You've never been Rahul. This is not what you are. You don't actually have a life. That's an illusion. You are the self. You're beyond the living and the dead. You have no life and you have no death. This is the truth. So don't worry about Rahul too much. Practically, we don't want you to mess your life up in Maya. Yeah. So you just carry on. No one says stop being responsible. No one says stop looking after your kids or become, stop arriving to work on time. No, we want you to do everything in Maya responsibly, ethically, etc., etc. We want you to carry on. If you have responsibilities, carry them out ethically, happily. But in your free time, try not to squander your free time. Try to relax, feel happy and love, and sink within into yourself. If you cannot do that, maybe listen to some of Bhagwan's teachings, maybe some of my videos, maybe read some of the books. Or if you can't do that, just try and turn yourself away from the all the various things that you might find yourself turning towards. Try and simplify your life. Don't bring more things into your life that you don't need. Don't overcomplicate your life. Fill your life up with all these things if you don't need to. You have a certain amount of clutter in your life, let's say. I'm using the word clutter in a broad way to mean all the things you have to do. Yeah. So don't add to the clutter. We all have a certain amount of stuff in our life based on our karma, relatively speaking. And each body mind has a certain amount of stuff it has to do. Maybe some of you have a huge number of responsibilities. And maybe some of you have much fewer, much less. But then we find a way to add to it, add stuff we don't need to add because we're trying to seek stuff in Maya. We're trying to seek pleasure. We're trying to seek security. We're trying to seek status, whatever it is you're trying to seek. Instead of seeking pleasure, status, security in Maya, seek pleasure, security, status in the self. The more you do it, the more it feels right, and the more the teachings make sense. It's strange, but one of the best ways of improving your motivation to do self-inquiry is to do self-inquiry. So thank you, Rahul. Perfect thing to say. By no means does that detract from anything else we've said today. I think it adds to it and makes it more real, makes it more practical, as opposed to just, words. So I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to make it slightly more practical. So thank you for that. And I encourage everyone to share in the way Rahul has just shared, if it feels right for you. Let's bring satsang to a close. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you. And of course, I am here with you. And you are here with me.